Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about something that I think is pretty important and no one really seems to grasp it, at least in the lower ranks of CSGO, and that's how to play T-side Inferno at least, 80% of the time. So, first things first, T-side Inferno is pretty tricky, unless you have something set up like a 5-man kind of smoke situation, everyone's throwing nades. It's going to be really difficult for you to do a 5-man kind of rush. So nearly every round is going to be playing for picks pretty slow, because I know all of you have had the situation where someone calls B rush, right? And then the smoke goes down for them right here, right? And then what do you have? There's 4 guys sitting in banana doing absolutely nothing. 1 guy's watching mid for no reason. Absolutely no reason. What is this? You're not going to get a single kill like that. Maybe at like the very first second of the round, but nothing after that. So I'm going to talk to you guys about some ways you can get some frags and better ways to play Inferno. Since we're here, the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is how to play banana properly. So, usually when you play banana, it looks like something like this.
I am throwing smoke.
Not much to do, right? Actually, there is a lot to do. What you don't want to do is just carelessly run down banana and give them info that you're here. What you actually want to do is have maybe 1 or 2 people, depending if there's a sniper with you or not, because you can do a boost up here. And they can boost and see new box in dark, which is pretty helpful, but usually it's just intel. You normally don't get the frag unless you maybe have a scout and you have a couple jumps here, because you don't want to prolong a boost spot, because it is possible that someone will eventually push up, you won't be paying attention, or you won't be at quite the angle where you can see the guy, and then one of you guys will get killed. But anyway, something important, let's say the smoke is down again, right?
I am throwing smoke.
Okay, this is a bad example, but maybe if you have a scout or even an AK, you can see for a split second at that corner if anyone's there. Maybe if it's just one of you. That's something important. This log spot is pretty versatile. And then, mainly the goal banana is to get to here. What this spot can do is you can crouch down like this, and it's mostly useful for rotators. Let's say if you guys plan on eventually going A. Notice how I said eventually, because a straight up A rush is pretty difficult unless the other team is, on a save round or something of that nature. But anyway, this is good for rotators, or even better, if you can get to here, it's very close range, you can play this angle. I highly doubt you're going to get fragged here by someone else. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about basic takes on B. First thing you want to do is this. Smoke CT. If you have a teammate with another smoke, or you have another smoke, definitely smoke construction. This is very important because there's going to be rotators here. I mean, this isn't the best smoke, but normally if the guy's not an op, he's not going to be able to do too much damage from this corner here. But let's say you guys do the smokes, right? The smokes are down. First thing you do, check right here. I don't care if you haven't seen anyone here that much. I can guarantee you eventually someone's going to be here with a mag 7 and you're going to get destroyed. You just check it every single time. I can guarantee you it's going to save you more than once. So once you take the site, make sure to check everything. I'm not even kidding, everything. You want to check here, 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 and there. And then if someone is, here or anywhere in construction, you guys can handle that as they rotate in, because you don't need to be peeking or anything like that. Also, this is a decent spot to play just for future reference. Okay, now that we've covered some B-side tactics, let's cover some A-side tactics. First thing you want to do, if you're even going to think about taking mid, is definitely smoke off their mid player. If they're going to op, this is going to cover it. It's simple, very simple. Just stand from right about here, throw it to the right of this antenna thing, just kind of up here. There's so many ways you can have it land and probably get the exact same result. So You definitely need to throw that if you want to even consider running to this spot or walking up mid, because without the smoke they can see you and get too much intel. Also make sure to always walk. I don't care if it's a 5-man rush, you want to walk because maybe people are going to rotate B, you never know, make the rush easier. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is that dreaded 40-second, 30-second time left. And you guys haven't made much of a move. Maybe one of you is eliminated or something from the round and you guys don't have much options. So, some places you might be able to get frags is right here. And these spots are very easy to peek. You want to, every time you peek, you want to hug this wall so you're not in the open. There's no chance they can hit you from both sides. So what you want to do is hug this wall and just go like this. And if you see him, take your time. You can also extend to see this, but what you can't see is this, or boiler. So what you don't want to do is get too close or move too slow. If you move too slow like this and stuff like that, people are going to take advantage of that, because if an opper sees your gun sticking out because you're taking too slow, something like that, they're going to know when you peek here that it's going to be over for you. I would actually recommend peeking this side first, see if there's an opper, because that will help you decide which way you want to go. Because if there's an opper, you can easily just you can smoke them off and then maybe take apartments, rush boiler, something like that. But let's say no one's here, right? What you want to do is smoke it right away. See, notice how I threw it right here, because this also blocks up boiler. And that's important because someone could be in boiler. There's no way you can know if someone's in boiler if they're not moving, unless you're hacking. Unless they're running around and they stop, but if they're just standing there, if they've been staying there for a while, there's no way you're going to know that they were in boiler. So, say you were chasing the opper, make sure smoke behind you, you cover yourself, you get the frag. Always pre-fire this. Unless it's a 1v1 situation, always pre-fire this. I don't care how many times that you don't see someone here. I can guarantee you 1 out of 5 times or something like that, there's going to be some idiot playing like this, and just because you pre-fired, you got a free kill, maybe a gun, something like that. So, you're trying to work A as a team. I say as a team because not all 5 people are going to go mid. That would be a little too much. So you decide that you're going to work apartments. First thing you want to check is right here. Sometimes the CTs will peek, or even you'll see them go boiler. You can call out boiler. If you have previous knowledge that someone's been playing dark, feel free to leave a couple shots in there. You might not see a kill, but you'll definitely do some damage. And this spot right here is one of my favorites. If you guys are playing extremely slow, take a minute to get frags and stuff, this angle right here is very important, because when they go down the stairs, let's say if they're pushing and it's maybe eco for you guys and they know that, so they're trying to just get some easy frags, rack up some money, playing this angle will ensure you that they're not going to see you unless they swing all the way out, which I doubt they will. You'll be able to see part of their arm, their head, and you can just go there and get a 1-tap. Easy 1-tap. Now, you need to push in and get some kills. They're not all going to run to you. Normally people are going to play apartments, but be wary that about here, someone could be playing just like this. I can tell you from experience that every time I'm CT and I'm force buying, I'll buy Mag 7, sit right here, and I can tell you how many I've probably gotten, multiple 3Ks just going like this, 3 shots. No one checks it. So make sure to pre-fire a little bit. It's okay to be noisy in apartments, because once you're here, you can't hide. There's no room. So you gotta act fast. First thing you want to do, spam dark a little bit. What this is gonna do is you might actually get a frag, if they're standing right here, for example, or right here. And even if you don't get the frag, maybe you hit them once, they're probably gonna move. You're gonna hear that, you're gonna get some intel. The next thing you definitely want to do Well, I mean, first check this, see if they're right there. But if they're not,
I am throwing
take
smoke.
advantage of the moment, throw this smoke down, which is going to be very helpful because this blocks off the guy who's probably at boiler who heard you come into apartment. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get the frag. Oh, just kidding, no I'm not. So this gives you the chance to, you know, get the frags that you need. You can actually peek boiler a little bit, but hopefully you have a flashbang, you know, do some work, you know, run in here, get a pick, and then by the time, you know, like 5-10 seconds later, you're going to have control of the apartments. You didn't even realize it, but you've taken control of the apartments. And if your team's doing an A push, you can even peek from boiler, you know, get some information, and you're pretty much 1/4 of the way in A. Even if your team takes A, like right now, you can just stay in the apartments. You're defending the bomb from here. They can plant for you. They can plant right here. They can plant right here. Or you can always just go into pit if you don't feel comfortable playing apartments. Now the last piece of information that I think is very important that I'd like to share with you guys is something that I see all the time, you know. So this is the situation. 3v3 or 4v4, 5v5, maybe 5v5 is a little much, but let's say 4v4, 3v3. Your team just planted at B, you were lurking at A, and you don't hear any more rotators. So you think, oh, let me go CT, right? That's not what you want to do. The reason why is because, let's say you go here, someone could be back here, you might go the wrong way, it might be too long for you, like, you know, by the time you get here they're in construction or on site, and by the time you get here you have zero cover behind you in case someone, you know, somehow snuck behind you with an op, and I mean, there's so many places they could be. It's almost like you're retaking your own site that you just planted. What you actually want to do is, let's say bomb has been planted right now. You want to go mid to banana. The reason for this, you have so much more opportunity to win the round. I mean, not only can you go up here, well, let's say, you probably don't want to go up there, but like, let's say if you had to, and you had scout, and they planted, I don't know, whatever you could check, like new box or something like that. But mainly this is important because they can plant for banana, and even if they don't, you can just peek it right there. You can play banana like this. You can make sure they come from, like, don't come from CT to defuse a bomb. And let's say if it's 2v1, right, and they're defusing it, like 15 seconds left, you can peek each spot in like half a second. 1, 2, you know? Every spot is very peekable from right here, and they won't be able to see you. But imagine if you came from CT. How much worse would this be? Like, it doesn't seem like it'd be that much worse. But you notice how quick it was to peek those spots? Now let's go construction. 1, 2, 3. Almost 4 seconds. You can see this, I guess. You might miss the shot because you're not used to it. Or you might rush yourself because it's a high pressure situation. But like, look at this. Like, if someone was new box looking CT and you came construction, they might be able to peek you because you're checking here. And then by the time you look over here, you're getting shot in the face. Also, if you're coming from here, you can see this spot, right? But you have to extend yourself to see all the way over here, because there is a section that this is blocking. You can't see pretty much right here. You know, they could be defusing. You think you're covered. You see their hand at the last second, and then it's too late. You can't kill them. I hope you guys like this video. I was just sharing some of my opinions on how to play Inferno. I'm not saying they're all correct or anything, but make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video. I saw you guys liked the last video, so check that out too. I'll leave it in the description and a card in the video. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video and it helps you out. See you guys.